Wynn Resorts, a name that just screams luxury, right? Well, right now, they're making a huge multi-billion-dollar bet on a totally new world order. So today, we're going to crack open their latest earnings report to see if that gamble is starting to pay off.
Okay, so let's start with this quote from Wynn's CEO, Craig Billings. This right here, this is the key to understanding everything they're doing. It's the why behind every single bet they're placing on the global chessboard.
And this really is the billion-dollar question that Wynn is trying to answer. It's not just about slapping up a new casino anymore. It's about trying to predict where the world's wealth is actually going to be 10 years from now. Let's dive in.
All right, first up, Wynn's big global bet. It all kicks off with a global strategy that really stretches from the Vegas Strip all the way to the deserts of the Middle East. Forget the old guard on Wall Street. Wynn is convinced that the next generation of high rollers is being created in the world of AI and tech. And they're setting up their properties to be the go-to playground for this new, tech-driven elite.
And this is the phrase you really need to get familiar with, a multipolar world. It's absolutely central to their entire game plan. They're betting that the old economic order is kind of fading away, and they need to have a major presence in all the new centers of power if they're going to thrive.
Okay, so how does this big global strategy actually look on the ground? Let's kick things off in Las Vegas, where the story is, well, it's strong, but it's also surprisingly complicated.
So here's the paradox of what's happening at Wynn Las Vegas. On one hand, business is absolutely booming. People are showing up, they're gambling, rooms are full. But on the other hand, they're dealing with some, let's call them self-inflicted headwinds, from a huge renovation and, get this, just having to compare to a really lucky streak they had last year.
80,000. That's how many room nights Wynn is just taking off the market for a really important upgrade. Yeah, it's a huge risk, right? They're taking a guaranteed hit now, hoping it'll pay off big time down the road.
Okay, now let's hop on a flight and head across the Pacific to Macau, which is Wynn's biggest market by far. And what's happening there? Well, it's a story of some incredible highs and some really frustrating lows.
Now, this is where the casino business just gets wild. You can have the crowds, you can have the high rollers, you can have billions of dollars being bet, but you can't control the cards. And this quarter, man, the players just had their number.
I mean, just think about that for a second. Even with a massive surge in betting, just a simple string of bad luck, players getting hot at the VIP tables, wiped out an estimated $16 million in potential profit. That's just the power of chance in this business.
So what's really behind this bad luck? It all comes down to one little number, the hold percentage. Basically, it's the percentage of all the money bet that the casino expects to keep. When that number is low, it means the players are walking away with more cash than usual, and the casino's profits take a serious hit.
But Wynn isn't just playing defense in its current markets. Oh no, they're making a massive multi-billion-dollar bet on the future. And that future, well, it's literally rising out of the sand in the UAE.
And this is not just some dream on a blueprint anymore. I mean, look at this. The tower has already topped out. That signature glass is going on. This thing is becoming real fast. And in just over a year, this desert oasis is planning to open its doors to the world.
And let's be clear, this is an all-in bet. They've already sunk almost $1 billion of their own cash into this, and they've still got another $500 million to go. This is a bet that's going to define the entire company for years to come.
So with all these different pieces moving around the globe, Vegas, Macau, the UAE, what's the bottom line? Let's get to the numbers Wall Street is really watching.
So here it is, the big picture in two numbers. They actually brought in more money than everyone thought they would, which is great. But when it came to actual profit, they missed the mark. That's really the story of this quarter in a nutshell.
Now, to get a better sense of where the real money is coming from, analysts always look at something called EBITDA. Don't let the name scare you. Basically, it's just a way to see how much raw cash each property is generating before you get into all the corporate stuff like taxes and interest.
And wow, look at this. It's so clear. Right now, Macau and Vegas are the two engines powering this whole machine. I mean, they're responsible for a whopping 90% of the profits. For now, anyway, it's pretty much a two-horse race.
So that's the big question, isn't it? They're trying to manage a pretty tricky present while betting absolutely everything on this bold new future. Is this global expansion a brilliant move to diversify their business? Or is it a massive, risky bet on a future that's, well, more unpredictable than ever? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.